Hey chat. Hi anyone who's back. I'm gonna be honest, I was waiting for that song to end. I did not realize it was so long. It's been going on for like 3 minutes. I'm gonna go turn it off. It's just actually in a jukebox in the Minecraft world right now. I'm lazy. Anyway, hi. Welcome back. This is the second stream of the day. So, pretty much, we're just gonna continue on with this. Last time, let's see, the time before, okay, yeah. Let me just think through what we did last time and the time before, because I'm actually kind of forgetting what we did each time. Yeah, the last time we built this big building, which I'm still not perfectly happy with, and I want to fix. I don't know what to fix yet. And we did this. Time before that, we did this building and that. Time before that, we did this. Time before that, we did this. A lot of different builds. So we are just gonna keep on working on this. Where actually were we on this? I actually kind of forgot what my train of thought was. You know, I'll remember it if I just start placing blocks, I think. Just not gonna worry about it too much. The last time we put a bunch of armor stands in here to make a clothing store, and I was considering having this be a jewelry store or making this a jewelry store right here. But I actually have a cool idea for this building right here now. It's something that I wasn't gonna do out of just how boring it was. And then I started thinking of some ways to actually make it more interesting. Because I think it would bring a lot of life to the city if I could make it work. But pretty much I want to take the most boring thing in a big city and then try and make it actually fun and interesting. I want to build a parking garage. So I really want to spice that up with a bunch of different cars, you know, graffiti designs. Maybe some of it's even collapsed or even burned or just been overgrown, maybe. Just some different ways of like making it something more than just a concrete area for cars to sit around. Because honestly, that will be really just not fun to look at otherwise. Also, I need to figure out how in the world I'm going to do the top of this and fill up this side, because this side is going to look really weird otherwise. Right. I know I want dark in here, so let's quickly throw a roof in. We'll dirty up these walls and floor eventually. Actually, pretty soon here. Then we'll get a basic idea of what we want in the rooms. I don't think I'm going to do anything upstairs. Beyond these, to be honest. Because I just don't think I really need to. I don't think it contributes all that much to the build. Especially if it's going to be dark in here. It's going to be mostly dark. Actually, that reminds me, how are we looking with darkness? Oh, I see. This needs to be replaced. Since I have a slab floor, and these are transparent blocks, these little planning grid blocks, they are actually a bit more of a problem. Because they're letting all the light in. I can't keep these. I don't think finishing all the buildings in the city is going to be the end of things, though. I really would like to just sit down at some point and get everything perfect, like go polish up things that I maybe just wasn't quite happy with before. And it would be actually really fun to do a sewer system or something as well. I want to add a lot more foliage and overgrowth because some of it just doesn't feel quite abandoned. Like if I crop it like maybe like right here, like if you look at this corner in particular, the only real issue is like this and this broken sign. There's just not a lot on this building that makes it look broken down other than maybe the faded sign, but that honestly could just be on a normal building. And like this building barely has any parts of it falling apart either. This building's honestly in perfect shape. And honestly, I don't know how much I like this. Like something about this building just doesn't sit right with me, and it hasn't. I think it's the colors. So I think I might change the colors. Just yeah, there's just a lot of stuff I'm just not quite happy with. And I think I need to fix that. Anyway, let's put all these in here. Let's fill in the roof real quick. Perfect. Do we have the bottom covered? No, I actually haven't covered it yet. Fill in this. Bit by bit. Hey, apples, what this dream? Just filling in the floor here so I can actually see how dark it is, because light was getting in through the bottom. Let's see, where was the entrance? Here it is. No, it's not very dark. I mean, there are huge windows in front of it, so it's not that big of a surprise. Hmm. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna put the like a jewelry desk. I'd love to make like a rack for various clothes to hang on. Just not sure how I want to design that. Actually, I know. I figured it out. Oh, with this floor, actually, it might be hard. Maybe I shouldn't have done the floor as a slab floor. That always causes problems. Okay, I have an idea. Get some of this. We'll maybe put some of this as a little bit oxidized soon. We want some of these as like clothing racks. Specifically, we want. Oh, I'm not gonna fit two here. If I go like this and oh wait, I can't have it directly against a wall with the design I was gonna do. Have you heard about the new shelves? I have, and they look so cool. I'm very excited for those. No, that's not a good shelf rack. Ugh, no. That's a little bit better. I can get behind that a little bit more. Kind of thinking maybe going with a design like this. Yeah. There we go. That looks like clothing rack. And then we can kind of just put a couple of those in to fill out the space and give some depth. Man, this is a nice break from the horrific stream earlier today. Ooh. I mean, I did make that challenge, but it's still a very hard challenge. Me and Frogmer will beat it eventually. What happened earlier? We were playing on a mod I made a while back. That essentially just makes Minecraft incredibly hard in a bunch of various ways. Like Eternal Night, you have a grass allergy that poisons you whenever you touch grass. Villagers die within 10 blocks of you. Witches, spiders, and other creature I can't remember. Strays are invisible. Skeletons fire at like multiple arrows a second. Same with gas. Zombies hit 4 times harder, have 4 times the health, have 4 times the movement speed, like crap like that. Endstone disappears within 3 blocks of you, so if you're in the end, it's pretty much just the void. Yeah, that's what's going on, or was going on last stream. I was subjecting Frogmare to that as well as playing through it myself. Yeah, welcome to the stream, Iona. Also, welcome to Stream Kitty with Hat. Is a creeper like a nuclear bomb or something? Yes, it is strong. A normal creeper is stronger than a charged creeper normally would be now. How do you get to the second floor? You go up the stairs that definitely exist. So charging a creeper nerfs them. Nope, I up them as well. Charged creepers are even bigger. Because why not? I don't need the staircase that wide. Yeah, so I tripled the creeper blast radius and made it so they create fire when they explode. And that goes for charged creepers too. They are triple as well. They're essentially a nuclear bomb. Charged creeper becomes Chernobyl creeper. Exactly. Man, I'm just such a good mod maker. Everyone loves my mods. Let's see, should I box this in like this? I could. Go with that staircase design. Okay, maybe a little bit better than that. Like that. Put those in. I don't know if I like that. A Cavendish for another 3 times multiplier. I'm not that good at it. Comrade, we have a problem. The nuclear power plant is about to melt. It's about to go and melt down. It is quite, I mean, it is quite late. Farewell, Kitty with a Hat. Thanks for stopping by for a bit. I have an idea. Do I want to use commands, actually? Maybe a changing room under the stairs? Oh, that's actually really clever. I like that. Let's do that. Okay, we're putting all this back now. We need the stairs again. I still don't know what I'm going to use this for other than just building it, but it's fun to build, so that's fine. Doesn't really need to be used for anything. Oh, we can just go under here and do this. Alright, so we're gonna want something set up like that. Surprise! I guess you're back. It was not in fact sleepy time, I guess. It's sleepy time, okay. Let's see, what can I put up here? Make copper trapdoor. Actually, why don't we go with waxed exposed? I want to put up a big sign that says changing rooms. Maybe not all caps. Let's go grab maybe like gray. That doesn't change it like at all. Yeah, we'll just ink sack it back to normal. Oh no, it's black dye. Not ink sack. There we go. Maybe I should separate these out. Like saying, well, we're happy to have you. The more the merrier. There we go. Changing rooms is slightly aggressive. Maybe a little bit more like, yeah, changing rooms, you know, if you want to use them. Put a gray glass separator like a mirror, but you're really just looking at the next room. I feel like that would be misinterpreted by most people looking at it, but I could put a mirror. I usually make a mirror of like tinted glass and then like something kind of shiny looking behind it. I don't know if I can put that there. Yeah, I don't know if I can put like a good mirror in here. What I can put though is a little hook for hanging stuff up. And maybe one of those little like chairs. You can, or like one of those little platforms where you can set your clothes and stuff on. Just store employees scream at you. There's, oh sorry. Imagine a store employee scream at you. There's the changing room when you ask them where it is. Yeah, I don't know if that would be the most friendly thing in the world. I'll use the good old gray blue. Oh yeah, the banner mirror. I kind of forgot that. I forgot about that. The room changes you. Alright, we put the hook further back so now we can fit the mirror. Break out the loom. And gray banner. Now we're gonna need blue. And that. Yeah. You know what? Since this is a little bit more serious and I want a little less colorful, why don't we try white? Yeah, I kind of like that better for this specific tone. Oh yeah, that's a mirror right there. Boom. What happened to Frogmer? Oh, execution, yeah. Unfortunately, Frogmer is no longer with us. You can only see your lower half. Perfect. There we go. Yeah, that's like very clearly a changing room. That changing room pretty much got made of solely chat suggestions. The chat room. What did Frog do to get executed? Existing. Wasn't allowed to do that. Didn't receive correct authorization. And this is like kind of a tight squeeze for a Minecraft player, but this is 3 feet. So I'm not gonna worry about it. Alright, why don't we put the jewelry store up here? Good thing I have a license to exist, yeah. Should be you're very lucky to have that. Not everyone gets one of those. Are you cooked, chat? Probably not. Maybe sizzling. Not cooked quite yet. She can get her birth certificate notarized. Common mistake. We lost another one. That's like a little high, but we can live with it. So, as another suggestion from chat, now this one might be a little, I'm gonna have to get a little creative below this. We're gonna put some helmets and some boots in here as jewelry. Actually, I think just helmets because boots are gonna be annoying. Alright, so where do we want these? Why don't we put one here? Why does the gold helmet look different? Oh, I just have a thing that makes it a crown. That's not how they normally look. Alright, so we're gonna want a nice little... So here's how we're gonna get away with this. With hiding this in the floor. A little bit of this. I might need to do some stuff right there, so we'll move it one back from that. And then we can just go across like this. Do I need that? Okay, yeah, I do. Why don't we do it like this, actually? And boom, a light fixture. And they'll never know. That's secretly just holding up armor stands. My evening walk while listening to stream, my neighbors are starting fireworks. That's probably a little loud. I mean, I can imagine that would be pretty annoying to try and listen to. Man, I mean, I bet they're pretty loud and it's pretty hard to listen to stream with all the fireworks going off. I'm sure that's really, really crazy that's going on. Anyway. There we go, light fixtures. I don't mind them personally, I think they're cool. Yeah, I like fireworks too. Fireworks are fun. It's midnight right now. For me, it's only like 9:25. I'm chilling. Why don't I put some out right here? There we go. One second, I gotta do something real quick. Alright, sorry about that. I need a little bit of drink of water and I realized I left it on the other side of the room. So I go up and get it. Someone set a firework close my house on the street. I've done that. One time, someone accidentally launched a firework into my yard and it lit on fire. This is like actually what it was. Like that actually happened. It was weird. And here after the boo. Oh my. Into the public library? No. Oh, that's even worse. My handheld, it's gone. That's wild. I once left a New Year's party, just like a little bit before they were gonna do fireworks, and someone lost fingers, and like it shot at the main crowd where I would have been. Americans always pretend to be the artificer from Rain World. Uh, Americans love their explosives. Okay, I need these right here. Actually, I could just I gotta jam some blocks down on these things. Love their nukes. Yeah, we love nukes here. There we go, the jewelry counter. All right, so this is how I did the lights down here. So let's do the same upstairs. But the issue upstairs is they're gonna have to be spaced a little different. Too. I think it was 3 between them. What was it? I put them 2 apart down here. At light, it's kind of dark. The power is meant to be out. I would add a light block, but I actually don't want to be able to see much in here. This is mainly just to get a little texture. I've actually only seen fireworks through that little window near the ceiling of the basement and in Minecraft. Oh, I thought you meant ceiling of the basement in Minecraft. I was gonna be a little concerned, but yeah, like a window well. I think there actually are light blocks in a building now that I think about it. But they're like really dim light blocks. So I just want a little light. I think there's some in that building right there. Just enough to see a few things. So we're gonna need this. And that. Mario and Luigi armor. Yep. That is exactly what these ones are. This one's someone I don't think anyone's figured out yet. These two, someone figured out. Oh, my voice just started going. That's unfortunate. That one's just a suit. This one's zombie. Where are those two, SpongeBob and Patrick? That's exactly what they are. There we go. How would I even do sands? Just white? Let's see. Someone once lit a firework that sounded like an ICPM. Scared. Thought I was gonna die. That's like a canine reaction. Got just the mammal brain going. The instinct. Skullhead, blue tunic, black pants, pink boots. I don't actually think I have room. Yeah, because I want to leave one empty up here, just so there's like a little bit like maybe someone stole it or it just wasn't up. Man, I keep having to stop and mute because I'm coughing real bad. I've had a lingering cough for a long time. I've just been very good at muting. I've had a cough for over a year now. It's just stayed. I don't know why. Just like that, I guess. Honestly, I think I could just leave it like this. I mean, I'm gonna do the outside a little bit, but we don't really need to worry too much about that. Too much about the inside because it's mainly just meant to give something when you look through. Man, I just cannot stop coughing. Might need to go take something for that. I'm sure streaming's gonna be perfectly fine. I'm not gonna lose my voice at all. It'll be fine. What, I'm only streaming 5 hours today? Pathetic. Actually, yeah, probably 5. No, not quite 5. Very close to 5. So we need to make something up here. I haven't actually decided what's going to be up here, though. Nightbot is kind of spammy. Should we just turn off Nightbot? I'm kind of getting sick of him. He just turned himself back on, and I'm kind of getting a little annoyed with him. Should we just get rid of him? He's a billboard. Oh, that actually would look quite cool. Okay. Maybe I can just make it so they, yeah, right now it's set for every 15 minutes. Both messages every 15 minutes. Why don't we make it every 30 something? Well, 35. Reminder, oh, there's a follow. There's a bunch of different ones. That's the issue. We'll set that one for like 27 minutes. This makes perfect sense. Sub to YouTube, we'll make that one like. Can I do 41.5? Is that allowed? No, invalid character. I can't set the irons for 41.5 minutes because that makes no sense. There we go. Oh my gosh. That was so loud. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you for the follow. That is probably the most I've jumped at something in months. Oh my gosh. Why was it so loud? I don't know if it was loud for you guys, but oh my gosh. That was deafening. Ow. I didn't even hear it on stream. It was so loud. Oh my gosh. Ow, I feel like my heart just skipped a beat. Ow. Like that made me recoil enough that like I like feel like I almost like strained like my ab muscles recoiling. Ugh. That did not feel good. Ugh. But thank you for the follow. Can I do it again? I don't think you can. I actually think it doesn't let you. Oh wait, no, this isn't supposed to go here. All right. Let's build a big billboard. Most killed Archer for 3 seconds. He almost gave me a heart attack. It was a nice thing too. I almost got killed with kindness. Ugh. I don't know why, but this just reminded me of the time I partially dislocated my jaw. Just doing like I don't even remember what I was doing. I was like talking or something, or like yawning or something, and I just like I heard a pop. and, and my jaw was slightly out of place for like a week or two until I got sick of it and popped it back into place. So it wasn't fully dislocated. It's a thing called sublocated, where it's like a little out of alignment, not fully. So I shouldn't say dislocated because that's not true. I've said before, but your life is actually so eventful. Most times it's in a good way. Life did not want you speaking. Oh, I was actually streaming multiple times that week. I just don't think I was I. I think I hosted Cobbled Together while I had it like that. In fact, I think that was in the same time period, or it was around that time when I was at least organizing it. So it was while I was doing a bunch of stuff. It actually didn't hurt that much on a day-to-day basis, but it kept making like a clicking sound, and I didn't like it. So I eventually just looked in the mirror, grabbed my chin, and I don't recommend doing this. Don't do this. Go to a doctor. That's what I learned online. You should go to a doctor. And I'm like, I'm not doing this. And I knew where it needed to go, so I like did like the face you do when you're yawning, where it like gets your jaw like as far out as it can, and then I just kind of forced it to the side, and it popped back in. It was only like a little out of alignment. Could have hurt worse. Honestly, definitely like not even in the top 10 most painful things I've ever done. Nowhere near. Probably not 100. I remember when I dislocated my elbow a bit. Still up place by a bit. I had to wall my elbow really hard. Ow. That hurt. That probably hurt more than this. This didn't hurt that bad. It was only like a little bit sublocated. Apparently sublocating your jaw is actually pretty common. The thought of dislocating a joint terrifies me. Yeah, I mean, dislocating's a lot worse than sublocating, because sublocating's just like it's a little off, and it's pretty easy to fix. But dislocating's like really bad and really scary. Fun fact, I think just hitting my hand with a scuba tank actually hurt more. I was just climbing up on a boat one time, and I had my scuba tank, and I just like kind of I don't even remember how I did this because the scuba tank's on my back. I don't even remember how in the world I did this. I know I've done it a couple times now, but I've just kind of like slammed down a scuba tank in my hand. Is a scuba thing your job? No, I just like doing it. It's just fun. I talk about it a lot. It's one of my favorite things. I wish I could do it for a job. In fact, I'm actually working on maybe doing that as a job. The thing is, it pays really poorly in most ways of doing it. So, hands have more sensitive nerve than your jaws. Yeah, that's a good point. I think I'm trying to think of what's the most painful thing I've ever had to endure. Honestly, I haven't had much that was all that bad. Oh, I know. I know it is. It was actually recently. Um, Within the last couple months, last 3 months or so. Um, my cat, I've said before, had 2 weeks to live. I mean, he's at 6 months now, so he's honestly perfectly healthy. We're fine. Um, I should keep building. Yeah, no, I'll put lights on this as well. I mean, they're gonna be turned off, but yeah, that's kind of the plan for the billboard design. Just go. I actually wasn't gonna do the lights, but I'll add that now. So I had just gotten up in the morning, and my cat hopped up on my lap. We logged on some Minecraft to do some stuff, as I do, and he started biting on one of my headphone cord, and I'm like, no, don't do that. And I'm so used to just moving him away that I'm like, oh, he's not gonna bite me, and he accidentally bit down on my hand really hard. And cats can bite really hard. And I could tell that when like I pulled my hand back, he looked at me with such like a sad look. I'm like, he knows what he did. And like, ow. So I quickly had to get him off my lap and go and find my closest first aid kit, which luckily I have like two around me. I think there's two within arm's reach, just small ones. Just because I usually take at least one with me when I go places. Um, because rescue diver certification has taught me how to use that a lot better now. You actually have to get first aid kit or first aid certified for that, or first responder certified, emergency responder, that kind of stuff. Um, well, I'm trying to figure out what in the world colors I want. I just can't think of it. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so he bit down my hand. You know what you did, you cat, don't you? Yeah, he know what he did. Um, So yeah, he bit down really hard and he stopped. He didn't bite down all the way. And I'm like, wow, it's so lucky he didn't bite down all the way until I realized why he couldn't bite down all the way. Because he touched my bones with his teeth. So that was fun. That hurt really bad. In fact, my finger still feels weird if I squeeze it. Yeah, he touched my bones with his bones. It really hurt. Though, to be honest, that being the most painful thing that's ever happened to me is honestly not that bad compared to what it could be. I'm just saying. Like, really not that bad. How long ago was that? Under 3 months. Not long. Yeah, cats can bite down really hard. Ginger, honey, lemon tea with milk. I really need to get in. Like, I've wanted to kind of like get into tea for a while. It sounds good to me, and it's just I just haven't been able to. I just haven't found anything I like. But like in theory, I feel like I like it. I would like it. Kind of my issue. Palm tree. It needs to be shorter. Instead of touching the belly hair of the salmon, pink bird eater tarantula is comparable to the pain of a cat bite. That is extremely specific. I guess it makes sense there to relate to wildcats, which are some of the most notorious predators. Yeah, I mean they can bite real hard. I bit someone one time. That's a long story, so I'm not going to get into it. In a fight. Maybe I should go like that. No, I don't know if I like that. Where's the ladder for the roof? Don't worry about it. Say, is it normal for people to come up to you and be like, I want to fight you, so you will fight me? I am a very non-confrontational person. Well, not non-confrontational, non-physical confrontational. I would lose most fights. Actually, now that I think about it, I've only had a draw and a victory ever. One time someone came up behind me and just started choking me. So I kicked him in the nuts and left. And then I told the teacher because it was on the playground. Yeah, in elementary school, someone tried to choke me. Like, legitimately, fully tried to choke me to the point where I was off the ground. It was crazy. M1, M2 wants to replace the block you were racing. You're rolling. I just have it bound to middle click the block pick. What's your favorite race? Ooh. Maybe like boat racing? I don't know, that's kind of cool. If two trains meet eyes, they have to have a battle. I don't like fighting. I very much am an advocate of peaceful resolutions for things. Just not a fan of snail races. Your dash is fun. Is that good? I don't know. I don't know if I'm happy with this. Just I don't know if it's quite right. Mm. Feels a little small, really? Does this feel small? Feels big to me. Look at it from street level. Yeah, let's look at it. It's definitely not high up enough. Yeah, it was a sound effect. Maybe closer to the edge. Yeah, I could. I could go closer. I want to make the design on it different. It's like 2 beats. I don't know. I don't think my heart actually like stopped, but like, man, you know when you could get like really jump scared, you get like that feeling in your chest that just feels like it like seized up. That's what I got. I have a thing against jump scares. Most times they don't get me, but I hate them out of principle. That they're just like, to me they're just cheap. That's kind of how I see it. They're just cheap. Anyone can do it. Palm tree. We love palm tree. This is that's what it's advertising. It's advertising palm tree. Let's see. You should make suspended roads. It'd be fire trust. It kind of would, but that's like a whole other thing. See, I watched a sad older movie recently, Green Mile. I don't know the movie, but I know that that phrase. That looks a lot better from street level. Maybe bright for an abandoned city. Oh, every time I built a billboard here, I built it as I want to be like really bright. And then right camera is shaking. It is a little bit. For some reason my mouse just does that. I don't know why. Still too small. Yeah, we can make it bigger. Okay, let's do this. Death Row has Tom Hanks in it, but the guy is innocent. Oof. That's rough. Purchase palm tree. We should put text on here. Like some kind of text looking thing. Because then it could be like, oh, vacation something or whatever. Or like summer sale. I mean, it doesn't need to actually be real text, but just something that resembles text. No, that doesn't look right. Palm tree of the small sun. Yeah, what if we put the sun up here? And then we put a big thing on this side that's like basically text. It's not gonna be right. Because it doesn't actually have to read anything. We can just like put text in. Like, oh, that's gonna look like a cloud. Banner letters actually would be really cool. The temptation is if it said go. It's just really funny to me. Go. You know, I could just put a like a strangely palm tree billboard in the summer type summer sale and put into a resolution decreaser. Yeah. So let me just go into my normal pixel art software. And then I'll just write it out in a pretty basic font. Let's see. The billboard will be more detailed, I swear. It's not there yet. What if I just put like sale? Just the word sale. Okay. And then we decrease the resolution. Resize canvas content. We go to 8 pixels. That is just nothing. Yeah, I think I'm just the word sale right here. I could make it one wider and then have it say sale. I think it's enough for him. It was peeling away or fading. Yeah, I'm gonna try some effects in a bit. Yeah, let's get out the loom. It's banner time. I need some of these and some of these. Some of these. All right. No, I'm not falling for that. Though I actually have heard about the These Nuts trend. Pretty popular. Let's see, so sale would be trying to remember. Okay, yeah, I remember. Wait, no, I don't need that. I don't remember how to do that one. Banner letters. How do you do S? I've read the rest. That's not a very good one. I don't like that. Okay. I have a concept. I can't find the one I'm thinking of, but let's just give this a try. This in the middle, then this across. Wait, no. How much is he? Oh, we need the banner pattern. No, I have heard of that. So I don't need you to tell me what it is. Okay, there we are. Have an idea? Oh, what is it? High tide. Low tide. What does that mean though? That's just tides. Alright, farewell, Moth. Thanks for stopping by. Let's quickly make an A. It's a much better banner. Yeah, I like that one a lot more than a lot of the other ones. Sail. Next up would be pretty easy one. And then just that again, but slightly different. I don't know why I couldn't remember S in particular. I mean, S is definitely one of the harder ones, but still. Maybe one down. How many layers? Let's see. Summer. We could have it say summer sale. I think I could make it work. It would just be a little trickier. Because we're going to have to break out the other colors of banner. You're a cool person. Got him. Crap, they got me. No. Okay. I think it's possible. It's gonna be hard. Okay, feels excessive. The some sale. Yeah, I don't have to do all the letters. I think I might have to skip the last letter because I don't know if I can make it look right. Let's see. We already have this. I feel like I gotta commit to the bit and do summer sale. It'll look better, I think. I mean, I can always remove it if I don't like it. It's not permanent. I need M. What's M again? Okay, yeah, I remember M. That one is, I know it involves this. No, that's not right. It's that. That. There we go. I remembered. And then we have E. Oh wait, we need a new E though. Okay, this is where it gets a little tricky. It's just at Sir Archer. Yeah, that's me. Okay, can I figure out how to do this? Some GeoGuessr? Maybe some stream. I mean, I'm very bad at it though. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed. We could do that some stream. Trying to think of how to do this properly. I don't know if I can with an E. Rain World GeoGuessr I'd very much lose. But I'd also be willing to try it. Actually, I don't know if my idea is possible. But what I can do is this. Have that letter peeled off. I don't know if that... Wait, no, that wouldn't look right because it would all be one image printed together. That doesn't make sense. And if I did this, it would fully outline it in green. The R with gray, like the paint peeled off. Yeah, I'll probably have some of them. The R I definitely can't do. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to make it look like the paint peeled off right here. I can't finish it. You know, R I actually could get away with. R is the one I actually think I can. Let's try that one. Okay, so pretty much it is just simply this, and then I cut it in half. Top half green, middle side. No, I messed up already. Okay, that. This. No, because then that doesn't work. Oh no, I can still make it work. I have an idea. I just keep it like that. I think I can get away with that. Yeah, I can get away with this. No, I'm saying get away with it. No, I can't. Some sale. Yeah, it's really some sale. How do you do R? Wait, that's what R looks like. Okay, I did an unnecessary step. I must have. Okay, this one clearly did this. And then this. And then that. Oh no, because now we have to do this part. And then that. And it's too many. What? What's wrong with it? What am I doing wrong? There an explanation on here if I found line up how to make one of these. Hmm. Oh, here it is. Yeah, let's just zoom in on this image real quick. Okay. Here's a solution to making an R. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, they went a very different route. I actually kind of like that. Um, Pretty much what this person did, it seems, is they just went for like the half, like that, and then got rid of some of it using that. Easy. So they can do that, 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 and then we have an R. It's maybe not the most elegant R ever, but I feel like it's good. Okay, what if we got an E right there, and then maybe we made it peeling over here? I could cut out half of this, actually. Okay, I have a vision. I have to just make it, I have to just fix it. Okay. I have a vision here now. But it involves one more banner. And then altering the S. The S is actually going to be the peeling part. I swear we'll be done with banner making eventually. Summer sale. Let's just put them all up for a bit. That's what would look like normally. Now we mess it up. So I guess let's get to work with making it destroyed now. I guess we don't need to do that. Let me go with something like that behind here. Because these legs need to look a little bit more sturdy, I think. Let's do all of that. We can do the back in a bit. There we go. That's a little bit more sturdy. We can also get some lights going. I don't think I need real lights, so let's just go with something more like this. Those are kind of more implied lights. And now let's reveal some of the concrete underneath. And what we can do right here, we love the Geneva suggestion. Come, my child soldiers. Mustard gas, or mustard? More like mustard gas. That's what we're looking at. This is what I've been thinking about. This is what I've been cooking up. It's not much, but it's like a little bit. Last night I had a dream. I had the softest hoodie ever, and it was literally a red hoodie with the Walgreens logo on it. It's like a good. That sounds like a good one. Sounds like a good dream. Because I kind of want the sun design to stay intact. There we go. Okay, it's starting to look a little bit better. Now we just gotta get some dull material. Farewell, kitty with that. Let's see, we want probably some of this, some of that, some of these, some of this. I cannot handle any more blue light. Look. Let's see, this is actually probably a better faded yellow. I need another faded blue. There's just not a lot of good faded blue blocks. I mean, I could go packed ice. I don't know if that would look quite right, though. Oh, clay is actually a good faded blue. So we kind of just... Cyan terracotta. Yeah, I can see cyan terracotta. It's a little dark, though, for that specific block. I think kind of up here is a little bit more faded. And how we can make that look a little bit more apparent is a little bit gray dye. I have 2 of these. Considered using a bit of gravel instead of light gray concrete for texture, maybe just concrete power. Yeah, we can add some texture. I'll add some texture momentarily. So we want this one very faded out. Oh, I can't fade it out anymore. Okay, so we're just gonna have to live with this fading. Maybe on this one as well. We could try fading it. Oh, I can't. The limit. Maybe this one's normal. Fine, just 1 more hour. Welcome back. I knew you'd come crawling back. Right. The data storage, yeah. There we go. This is starting to look a little bit better. Actually, what if we put the bright color right here? And then we blast R with a little bit of... Oh, I can't. R, I can't do that too. Never mind. Yeah, I guess I can make this one faded. So we'll take E. Yeah, 6 layers isn't a ton. That looks a lot better now. There definitely needs to be more texture though. So like Apples was saying, let's put in a little gravel. I am the site. Make some rusted copper. Yeah, I can make a little bit more rust on a few of these things. It's on like that one. We could put it on two of them. Maybe like a wire that's just broken free and is now just hanging. Like in the stone part. Oh, like back here? I don't know if I'd go that far. Like to make it like copper. But I think some gravel and some tuff would do a good job. But I do like the idea of at least giving that a little bit more texture to it. The sign's finally looking as detailed as the rest of the city, yay. A block is called tough, yeah. Oh, also the stuff on the billboard, okay. This is so tough. Yeah, I could put a little bit in here. Oh, you mean like, okay, I see what you mean. Actually, now that I think about it. What about make the back blank if possible, since it wouldn't be on the back? Yeah, I will. I just haven't gotten to that yet. I keep jumping around. I like to try and incorporate as many suggestions as I can, so I just have to jump around all the time. Yeah, I kind of like that as maybe like another sky color. Oh, you know the grid texture. The grid texture just doesn't make it look quite right. Yeah, that's kind of what messes that up for me. There we go. Make it peel a little bit more. All right, let me go under here. Go. There we are. Now we weather this a little bit. At this point, we are wrecking the sign. Exactly. Oh, maybe you could make it look like the back was vandalized. Yeah, I could. Just cover the back in pale wood trapdoors. I would, but yeah, we could put artificer graffiti on it. We did talk about putting the other ones elsewhere. Various palm tree, me sad. Yeah, I mean, I think those are already waxed. Because I replaced these. Yeah, wax weathered. Yeah, we manually did that. We could put some graffiti on the back. Maybe just like a painting kind of graffiti. No, that's not the one. Try this side. These don't look like graffiti now that I'm looking at it. Hmm. Yeah, I could just put the artificer thing on here. I've always thought he's more in like a pasta or like a folded paper thing. Someone just have a beautiful painting on the back of a billboard in an alleyway. It'd be wonderful. The world would be a better place. Okay, I'm gonna make this colorful at first, and then we'll rough it up. Artificer. Explosion. Kaboom. Their kids turquoise and green. Oh yeah. Well, we move this over by one then. Turquoise. Oh, yeah, I have a color for turquoise. Green. There we go. You guys know the meaning of this, but most people probably wouldn't by looking at it. Kaboom. What if there was just a person who went around stealing beautiful paintings from alleyways? There probably is. That's why there aren't any beautiful paintings in alleyways. Light blue terracotta instead of cyan concrete. Yeah, we could do that. I just need to take a drink for a sec. Let's do this, and this, and that, and that, and that. There we go. That feels more faded now. And I feel like maybe this would work better right here. There we go. Artificer. The FitnessGram Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic test that progressively gets harder as it progresses. I was trying to read it just out loud as I was reading it on the screen, and I just drifted off. It's an Arabic test. Can you believe that they're teaching Arabic numerals in American schools? Can you believe this? It's crazy. I can't have my kids learning Arabic numerals. They should be learning Roman numerals. There we go. I actually really like that. I think that turned out good. You can still kind of tell what it is. It's just a lot more destroyed now. Fits the city more. It definitely took a bit to get to this point, though. Holy cow. The fact that the pace in the fitness carries test was a meme a few years back and actually had to do it in middle school. Imagine having to like do things in school. That'd be crazy. Just realize how unrealistic the streets are. There's no potholes everywhere. Well, originally it was against the void, so I couldn't. But now we're gonna put some stuff on the road soon, like holes for men. Note to self: add holes for men. A million cracks in the street. Yeah, we'll do that eventually. There's only so much I can do. I take a while to get things done in this game. I'm unfortunately not the Flash when it comes to building. Government cares for the street, exactly. What if we just build up above the billboard and then start just putting houses again? Is that crazy? Gonna TP the other city blocks, connect with this one. So the other city blocks are actually just this. It's a copy. Um, I just moved it up here so we could do some underground stuff later. Mega wants a punch on his card. Okay, fine. Mega, you can have a punch on your 10 stream card. This is a meme that no one knows about except me and Mega and Frogmare. I don't even know if Frogmare knows. I think I'll actually it's on there. What's this build for again? What do you mean, what's it for? Did you think this had a purpose? No, this is completely pointless. There is no end game here. Eventually, when I'm done with it, I'll just move on and build something else. That's my plan. It looks like a small map you'd find in like a PvP server. Yeah, I mean, I could use it for like hide and seek or something. Might be fun to just like once it's done, run some hide and seek on it with some people on stream. We're gonna have so many filler apartments. It's gonna be great. I love filler apartments. Say it with me. We love filler apartments. We love filler apartments. Maybe I'll just actually top out the building here. I can make it a little higher. Can you make an IRS building so you can commit tax fraud? The back. I don't know. We could do an IRS building. I don't know what this building's for, and it still doesn't sit quite right with me. There's just something off about it, and I don't know what. Can't wait for the stream where you recreate the entire Rain World map that you totally definitely promised. Yeah. Do you not love filler apartments? We love filler apartments. Don't you ever say anything bad about filler apartments. I actually think I might just leave it like this, because that actually kind of looks nice with just the lines in the background. Like, genuinely. I kind of like it. I think this is definitely one of the biggest things I've built in a while. Why do I have a crown in the two? I have no idea. I'm gonna be honest. I have no clue. Archer rap? No. I'd be so bad at. Okay, actually. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys know a little secret of something that I talked about with someone for a bit. I was joking around with someone who actually knows music things about having a rap battle on the internet where we keep exchanging raps, but we keep trying to see who can be the more pathetic. Like just making awful raps and having them be so pathetic. That's kind of the joke. That would be the joke. Though we just haven't got around to it because we just keep like being too busy at the same time or at the opposite times. But that's been something that's been talked about. Biggest loser wins, exactly. Is it a viewing time thing? It's definitely not a viewing time thing. I actually don't know what the crown means. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. Because Apples has been here for longer than you have. Oh, it's weird. You want me to put stairs in this? It would just be back and forth all the way up. Why? You can actually disable the XP thing so you won't get the crown. How? Oh wait. Uh Have 3 special badges in live chat. It resets every stream so you can try again. You can collect XP points, send live chat messages, and super chats. This doesn't even make sense. Mega hasn't sent the most or second most. What? It's censored loser. Oh, on my end, it's there. Okay, I don't know how to turn that off. I'll have to fix it later. Either way, it's dumb. Yeah, there we go. I'm opted out. Oh, I see. Hey, it worked. Yeah, I don't like that feature. It's weird. I can't wait for this to go unaddressed for streams on end streams. Like the Nightbot spamming thing. There's 64 balls of XP to fix my armor. Never use XP. Never use balls of enchanting. They're so bad. They're just awful. Wow, Mega's #1. Huge day. Speaking of extra hour, there's only about 1 more hour left on stream. Which actually, now that I say only 1 more hour, that's actually quite a lot because we're only an hour and a half in. Hey, welcome back to the stream, Band for Unknown. Hey, someday we'll ban you for, or unban you for Unknown. Almost slipped up there. Sir 777, can you make a Sir Archer 777 mod where you could do Sir Archer 777 stuff? I want mod, I want blue name. Mega, you're here for like 1 stream a year. Respectfully, that wouldn't do anything. That's not my fault. I never said it was. I'm just stating the facts. Oh, your cat's on your lap? Well, now you gotta stay. Thought you were about to ban me as a joke. Just like, wait, no. Yeah, I just misspoke. It would have been kind of fun. You don't. If a cat's sleeping on you, you can't move it. That's just the rules. Can you add one of those swamp coolers on the roof? I know what you mean. One sec. We've had a couple of these. One of these. We'll put 2. There's some fans. Yeah, a couple of these on other roofs. Let's see. And then we'll do some ventilation. Means we get some of these and some of these. I think it's easier to do with furnaces actually. Add den under the restaurant, you can get in through via. Okay, sorry. At a den under a restaurant, you get through via a hole in the ground behind a bush in front of a wall. Okay, I'm gonna do a magic trick. I just did that. I did exactly what you suggested. Watch this. Boom. A hole under a restaurant behind a bush. There you go. Why does Discord link only get posted in Twitch chat? What if I want to join? Mega, you're not allowed to join. If anyone sees Mega in my Discord, please report him immediately. Just at me in general, like, and at me and him in general, just like 30 times. I'm sure that'll work. Actually, wait, don't do that. Actually, Automod would probably time you out if you did that. Never mind, don't do that. I was gonna say do that as a bit, but I think Automod might actually get mad about that. And then I'm gonna have to go unban. Have to untime out people. No, snap my fingers. You will build every single thing that chat suggests. We have 4 Skugs, I think, on the map right now. Wait, no. We have Skug, Skug Pup, Skug Pup. Skug, Skug, Skug. Squungus was here. Can I put Nightbot in a Pokeball? Yeah, sure. Go for it. If you can figure it out. Is he a good Pokemon? No. That's why I'm so cool with just letting you take him. There we go, some ventilation. Finally, they're gonna need a little bit of a internet connection. Or is it evolutions? I don't know. I don't play Pokemon. That's beyond the scope of jokes I can make. I do not understand Pokemon enough for that. There we go. Should use Amazing Sound.mp3. Amazing Sound.mp3 is great. I like how chat's just pressuring each other into each other staying. It's great. I'm calling you out for being racist and under dissing on red people. I didn't say anything about red people for the record. That was wait, was that even Ender? I thought that was actually no, that was Ender. No, yeah, never mind, it was Ender. I thought that was Frogmare for a second. No, that was Ender. Wee. Okay, that's a pretty nice building. Now we gotta rough it up a bit. Or when 3 green big dudes attacked Archer. Yeah, that sucked. That was evil. Offended you, bad man. I was gonna argue, but I don't have any points to make. It's not a winning argument for me. Anyway, let's do this. Let's actually reinforce it like this. Wait, no. Let's reinforce it with these. There's something so just peaceful about building just something big like this. We have Frogmare Archer can take 3 dudes at once. Wow. A massive hole in the wall. It got shot by a tank. Why don't we do this one actually? Because this is like actually straight in line of this. I need something to spice this up. Because this one is like a broken window and a billboard. I like that, but we're gonna do it on this building later. So if anyone else in chat's wondering what Mega's talking about with Skelly, that's his character on the D&D podcast. He's one of the ones on there, which we gotta record again soon once things get edited. Might actually have to sit down and edit. Yeah, watch Ace in the Roll if you like that kind of stuff. Go for it. It's good. I will say, newer episodes are definitely better. I personally think my favorite thing we've ever made on Ace in the Roll is Dead in the Water. It's not technically D&D, it's a different TTRPG. It is so cool. I really like that one. I wrote that. I was the keeper of arcane lore for that because we were playing Call of Cthulhu, and that's like the name for the dungeon master for that. So good. Have you considered using entity displays like with invisible armor stands and stuff? 'Cause I actually did. I just didn't want to do all the commands for it. I just felt like normal blocks are a little bit more peaceful and fun to do for me. Yeah, episode one. I mean, episode one is funny, but oh my gosh, it's not quite as good. Not nearly as good as the later episodes. It's good though. I mean, I'm happy with it. We're probably not that far out from starting a new campaign either. I'm not gonna say how far out because I know Mega doesn't because he's a player and I'm the DM, but it's not far. I don't know what you want. Any displays our command where you make floating entity versions of any block. That sounds like a lot to learn, I'm gonna be honest. Maybe another time. Call of Cthulhu. I actually have never read Call of Cthulhu, the like real thing. Call of Cthulhu is also a tabletop campaign. Like thing, like a tabletop role playing game. It works a little differently. It's a little bit more set up for horror, and that's what Dead in the Water is. It is a horror campaign. It's super short, 3 episodes, like 3 hour long episodes. And I am so happy with the editing on that because I actually took the time to get sound effects and other stuff. The music is all picked out by me personally for what I kind of envisioned for when I was writing it and editing it. Um, and there was just some really fun surprises, and it was good. It was really good. Tabletop things sound so fun. They are. They're so fun. I think all of our Halloween episodes are good. I mean, I thought Limb from Limb was good, but Dead in the Water is my favorite thing we've ever made on Ace in the Roll by such a long way. Rusted Ship. Dare you play Osu? I actually have no idea what that is. Is that a cooking name or a cooking game? I feel like that might be a cooking game. I'm not 100% sure. There's a lot of games I should play. Also Farewell Disco and Mega. I loved Limb from Limb. I am cooking with the next Halloween campaign. I already have ideas. I have 3 different plot ideas already. One, let's see, are they? I'm trying to think. I think they're all Call of Cthulhu because that just worked better. Um, the main thing is I have a couple different settings. One of them is a sci-fi setting. One is a fantasy setting that's actually set in the same world as our main D&D campaign, kind of like Limb from Limb was. And what was the last one? I'm trying to think of what the last one was now. Oh, and the last one was set in just kind of the main world, or just in like a normal world. Oh, there's more to it, but there's like a very wide variety of possible topics. Any good advice to get my cat off my lap? He's fell asleep. He's knocked out this month. I mean, you can't move a sleeping cat, but if you really have to, I mean, I just scoop mine up and he's okay with it. So that's what I do. My cat is so sweet and kind. Love that guy. Genuinely so intelligent too. He knows how to turn off the Xbox. He doesn't like it being on. I mean, sometimes you can scoop up a cat without them even noticing. Imagine it'd be fun to fall off a building. Less fun to hit the pavement. There was something my personal favorite streamer said one time that I didn't get when he said it, and then the more I've thought about it over the years, it's kind of lived like rent free in my head. The more I've appreciated it. They said they wish that they could just get like they could just be squishier, so no matter what, they just can like bounce if they get hit with something really hard or like fall from a great height, and just like simply think it would be fun to just like get thrown around like ragdoll off a building or something. The more I've thought about it, the more I think about it. Let's say these buildings are gigantic. One else is gigantic. Something. I'm not gonna say it. I feel like there's an obvious joke there. Grab these. I feel like it would be so fun to just like fall off of things with no fear of getting hurt. At this point, we are polishing the building. Yeah, we're just touching it up. Gotta make it look all nice. And then we're gonna destroy it again. The cycle. Reduce stress ball. It's like I said. I say I want a reindeer stress ball. Wait, was I saying reindeer stress ball like one that looks like a reindeer so I can just squeeze it? Or was I saying like I want to like just saying to cope with reindeer? I don't remember saying that. But I see why I would need one. I still feel like it would be fun to go 3D print like a mask. Yeah, the Rain World run. I feel like I said that though. The Rain World on a stressful. If I just squeeze it to take my anger out on it. That would be kind of funny. Oh, I just remembered the horrible merch ideas I had like last year. I have actually never made merch because there's not enough people to buy it, and I also don't like asking people to buy things. I don't know, I feel like it's weird. Which is really funny because I actually do a little bit of like sales stuff. I just don't like asking people like on stream to buy things. I feel like there's a place and a time. Um, Searcher 777 plush. If like Makeship or whatever like contacted me and said, "Hey, you want a plush made?" I would be on it so fast. When you reach 1K, I there's no way I could fund that. I'm sorry. Does debug stick exist in Bedrock? No. At 1K, maybe I'll do like a Patreon or something. And upload some extra stuff on there. Or I'll do like YouTube memberships or promote Twitch subs more. And try and boost you. I mean, I would never say no to getting the word out more. I mean, I mean, it's helped in the past quite a bit when people have just gotten the word out to other people. I think my main issue is I don't try and optimize my stuff as much. I could really optimize my streams and everything, but it just wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be the genuine version of what I like or how I talk or what I do. I mean, advertising would be great if I had money to advertise with. I have lost so much money on streaming. I have probably made around $700, and I've probably spent twice that on streaming over time. Maybe not twice that, but a lot. It is a money hole. Attention spans of my generation are very low. Attention spans of just every generation are getting shortened right now. I actually don't watch. You can probably tell by just the way I am that I don't watch TikTok or YouTube Shorts. They just don't appeal to me. I'd rather find something that I care a lot more about and then give a lot more of my time to it. Like a 8-hour like a Slimecicle video. I'm an avid Slimecicle viewer. Genuinely favorite streamer. I don't know if that's like a hot take. I don't think it is. He's pretty well liked. Yeah, that guy's great. Yeah, I think a lot of people wouldn't stick on most streaming things nowadays, unfortunately. Streaming's definitely not doing great. What's inside the 3rd floor? Don't worry about it. Also, welcome back, Let's Grow. Yeah, this is the 2nd stream of the day. Tomorrow's gonna be Celeste, and then I'm thinking Saturday is gonna be an Elden Ring thing. Probably. Oh, I was actually gonna do a long stream on Saturday, but I have a thing Saturday afternoon. Cold storage with a bunch of armor sands, shelves on shelves lined with armor sands. I don't want to lag the world though. Because that will lag. Back for real this time. Welcome back. Some of this. Just gonna put in a few of these. The progress like? This is what we're looking at now. Some of the stains and wear and tear are starting to go on the buildings. The back? No, we don't look at the back. Oh, you mean AFK? Oh, never mind. You're just not AFK anymore. Sorry, I get very defensive when someone says the word back. It's a trigger word. Can't scare me like that. It's like that one meme, never ask a man his salary, a woman her age, never asks her archer to show you the back of the build. True grain level builder. I feel like I'm definitely getting there. I don't know if I'm there yet, but I'm getting closer. I haven't seen a lot of improvement on that channel in a while, which is fine to me. He's a professional builder. He's one of the best of the best. I feel like I'm slowly, maybe someday I'll get there. I still like to think I'm probably within the top, like, I don't know, like probably 1% of builders. I mean, 1% isn't that crazy, to be honest, if you think about it with Minecrafters. Because most people are very casual players who will sign on for maybe like just a little bit, play around in the mines, and then never really do much. So 1% is not that hard to get to, I feel like. It's almost a new day. Cat moment. By the power of cat, I compel you. For what? Is this a response to what I think it is, or am I just completely wrong? For what new day? So I may have responded to a comment on one of my streams with just approximately 4, and there's no explanation that would make sense for 4 of what unit. Because someone asked, how tall are you? Which honestly, I don't care if people know. I'm just like pretty average height. That most people would just say I'm short because for some reason it's either shorter average, or it's either short or tall to some people, but honestly, I don't mind being on the shorter end. No back problems. Yeah, they were asking how tall I was. I'm like, approximately 4. As if that's anything. Like that means nothing. Going out. No. Actually, probably it's time. I'm not gonna try and keep you awake here. It's 1 a.m. where you are. You should probably get some sleep. Say I double dog dare you. This is okay, don't be toxic. Maybe with that, you were perfectly fine to leave. Flip a coin. I'm rooting for this to land on you go to sleep. I feel bad. The stream's not going on 35 more minutes, I'll just tell you. It's not going on that long. I'm streaming for like probably 18 more minutes. That's all we're doing. Maybe less, maybe slightly more. It's not even that long. Don't sleep. If you sleep, you sleep in real life. No. You know what's funny? I actually was gonna build this today, and I just don't think we're gonna get to it. I keep you. You need sleep. You're just a meow. Oh my gosh. You should sleep. I don't know which answers sleep, but whichever option that is, you should do that. Hmm. All right. It sounds like you really want to convince yourself to stay. It's important to sleep at least once every 3 days, or you go insane. Start imagining giant death birds coming to get you. Oh, I just realized something. I talked about hallucinations on stream. So I have hallucinations sometimes. I haven't had it in a long time. I actually think I know what causes it. It's like a lack of, I forget it's too much sugar or too little sugar. Um, but the it like legitimately I get shadow people. Like 3 distinct shadow people that show up. There's the big one, the small one, and the crawler. The crawler's the scary one. This is making me sound crazy, but literally I'm talking about hallucinations, so I don't know how it's I can't sound not crazy while talking about hallucinations. Um, but essentially the idea that I have about why it might be is just like some kind of like sugar related thing. Because I've noticed I get dizzy as well around it. But there's the small one. Actually, the big one's the first one I ever saw. And I walked out of one room in my house, and it came dashing down the hall straight toward me, and then dissipated right in front of me. So that was pretty freaky. That was the first time I ever had. Do you have diabetes or something? No. I just wasn't eating very well at that time. I don't eat very much, to be honest. My diet's really weird, and I finally found one that works for me. Um, all right, farewell, kitty, with that. Um, so that, yeah, I just wasn't eating very well. It hasn't happened in a while, but the big one usually just kind of hangs out. It runs around in like hallways. Usually, I've seen it in the hallway a couple times. In fact, one time I was talking to someone in the hallway, and it just kind of walked by and then down the stairs behind them. And I said, "Oh, person A must be awake." And they turned around, looked at it, said, "No, they're upstairs." And I'm like, wait, no, I literally saw him go downstairs, and it's like that's all it could be. Um, Also, hi Beth, welcome to the stream. We're talking about hallucinations while building. Then there's the small one. The small one I feel like kind of acts like a dog. I just saw it dash across the road one time. I'm trying to think of other times I've seen that one. Then there's the crawler. The crawler's the really scary one. I walked into my room one day, like my bedroom, and it dropped from the ceiling. It was on all fours on the ceiling and dropped down. That one's the freaky one. They're all just completely shadowy. It's really freaky. I haven't seen them in a while. I kind of miss them. I call them the shadow folk. And I know they're hallucinations, and I know the cause of it, so it's not really that scary to me. Adopt the small one. I like to imagine they're like a kind of found family. And also, I mean, they don't seem particularly hostile. Maybe the crawler does. The crawler seems like something that would drop on me and devour me. Oh, I also saw the crawler run behind someone one time while taking out the garbage. It was fun. All right, chat. Who's the favorite one? Who do we like the most? The crawler, the big one, or the small one? Who's the best boy? If it isn't killing you, you can probably befriend it. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Big is best. Big one meanders around mainly. Sometimes runs at me. Crawler seems like it would be the hardest to befriend. Shadow people are pretty common hallucination from what I've heard. Yeah, they're really common. Because it's really easy to just accidentally hallucinate like a dark patch or whatever, and then your brain just interprets it as like a shape. That's I think why the crawler's the freakiest of the three. Because it actually like has limbs. The other ones are more just blobs. That just kind of hang out. Oh, I feel like I should talk, okay. I feel like I need to talk about ghosts, in my opinion on them. I wish ghosts were real. I don't believe in them, but I really wish they were. Because literally, why would you be afraid of a ghost if they were real? What's it gonna be? Like it's probably gonna be like, oh, your grandma who died or something. Like I feel like they'd be more just like, oh, just watching over you kind of thing. Never had a shadow person hallucination? Most people have not. They are very silly and funny though. That's the moral of the story. If your shadow people aren't showing up, then you need to like get a refund or something. Have most people ever even had hallucinations? No, I'm pretty sure most people have not. I think like probably 9 out of 10 people have not. Hallucinations are so weird, especially when you know they're hallucinations. I've never had audio hallucinations, never had that. And like it's not bad. It's not like I'm crazy or anything. I might be crazy, but like unrelated. So I mean, it's not like they're that freaky. I kind of miss them. I don't know. There's something kind of funny about like making up personalities and stuff for them, and it's kind of like been a while since I've seen them. I miss them. I wish they'd show up more. I wish they'd call me. Just keep leaving me on voicemail. And so when you realize, oh, wait, that wasn't normal. Yeah, I mean, I always investigate just in case, like, I did see something real, but some are, like, very obvious. It's honestly kind of cool to have hallucinations. Like, in, like, a weird way. There's just something fun about like building out the lore and making jokes about it. Just make a little story behind them. Hmm. I think. And honestly, I'm also kind of weird because I don't think I've had I don't think I've ever really had to deal with much like what was I on about? What in the world was I saying? I just said I haven't had to deal with much and then completely lost my train of thought. I've had to deal with much. I mean, there's stuff going on, but what in the world was I on about? It's not about hallucinations still. Greetings, I have returned. Disco, welcome back. We're talking about the Shadow People. Hallucination with me and my friend. The Shadow Crew stalking us sometimes in the games we play. We name it Elysium. That's fun. Oh, yeah. Here's what I was gonna say. Ghosts would be friendly. I really think so. They're just like, if they're all the people that you know who died, like, would they just be like hanging out, watching over you? Yeah, I have no idea if shadow people are a common hallucination. I actually looked it up because I was curious. They are. They're actually one of the most common, if not the most common. I don't like the idea of ghosts. They get to see all my sins. Do they? I don't know if they'd want to. I feel like most of them would just like, no, I don't want to see this. I'm out. That's what I'd do if I was a ghost. I wouldn't stick around. That also means there's probably a bunch of creep ghosts just kind of going around if there were ghosts. Their unfinished business was being a stalker. I'd really just let that one linger. I couldn't think of anything to follow that one up, so I just kind of let that one just hang for a sec. The only problem I have with ghosts observing our daily lives is privacy. Yeah, I feel like most people are good people, so I feel like most ghosts would be good ghosts and not like be a creep about it. I don't believe in ghosts though. I kind of wish that I did. I feel like I'd have a lot more fun in life if I could believe in the supernatural. Sounds like a good time. I think it'd be fun to go ghost hunting though. I don't think anything would happen, but I feel like it'd be fun to suspend disbelief and just see. Imagine how disapproved my ancestors would be of the things I do and no one is looking. Gene Sweet's blowing my nose. I think they probably blew their nose without tissues because I don't think those were invented for a long time. Those didn't just spawn in with everybody else. Search Rhyme EP. You're free to leave whenever you want. You're like, I'm not holding you hostage yet. So to rage me. Let me see my drawing. That's not at all where I thought that was going. That got me. Uh, that's funny. Ooh, you're not EP. Good idea. They'll think you're a ghost. Believe you. Because ghosts are really trustworthy or something. I don't know. Hi, EP, I'm Dad. Oh, that just reminded me of something so funny. People, oh, I feel like I've talked about this on stream before. People always either act like I'm like the oldest person ever. People have called me 40, 50, 60, and 70. I think someone once said I was like 90 from my voice. And at the same time, I've had people like within the same day sometimes call me like a kid. Apparently just no one can figure out how old I am like properly, which is funny because I've never announced how old I am, and I think it's funnier if I just never do. Because I can just be whatever I want. I only say on the internet I'm just an adult because I feel like I kind of need to say at least that because I don't want someone like thinking I'm not, I guess. I guess you're 20. I mean, your guess is as good as anyone else's. But okay, I appreciate the youthful guesses in chat. Usually it's a lot higher. Like a lot higher. That's at least like a little nice. Usually it's like, yeah, you're 80. You're 3000. Jeez, that 3000 doesn't even make sense. Say 3000. Your age is how old you are. Crap. They figured it out. A deep voice. I feel like after that age though, you'd have your voice, whatever it is though. You know what's funny? I feel like a lot of people always say like their voice sounds different to them than it does on like recording played back. To me, it's identical. Like genuinely exactly what I hear in my own mind when I talk is exactly what I hear out of recordings. It's really weird. Apparently that's not a thing that other people have. At least most other people. Which is weird to me because I've always just like heard it exactly the way it is. So it's like why would you hear it differently? I know it's like a whole thing with reverberations, but I think most people are just not used to hearing themselves in a recording. Yeah. Maybe. I personally I actually really like my voice. I think it sounds good. I think if I were to change one thing, I'd want to be a bit more expressive because I feel like I don't quite express emotions enough. That implies that Sir Archer Sensen has the theoretically perfect skull. That's gonna be my new Discord status. Theoretically perfect skull. Because your voice is so deep that you can't cringe when you hear their voice recordings. And it sounds like you're on helium. Yeah, it just can't impact me. Too powerful. Who's the Jaw sublocation that did it? Oh, we're tying it back in with the lore. I feel like half of this stream is just me saying unhinged stories. It's always different in recordings. That's weird. It's just not for me. But I've heard so many people say that just their voice sounds different in recordings to themselves. For me, it's the same. It's like identical. Exactly what I hear. It's one of your 3,810 masks. Masks. Man, I really gotta like make a design for or get a design for a scavenger mask and 3D print it. Because I think there's a 3D printer or two I could get access to. Like people have them. And I know people. I can talk to people. I hear a crazy story. I was crazy once. They put me in a concrete room with rats, and the rats made me crazy. I have a 3D printer and I could deliver it to you. Ooh, big day. Be huge. If you let me know how much like filament and stuff costs, I could make a I could reimburse whatever. Because that's only fair. feel like that's implied, but I just want to make sure that that's on the same page. You could. You do know where I live. I mean, it would take a while, but theoretically you could. By Atrophy who? Farewell. Yeah, we've got to end stream soon. See YouTube chat. Okay, bye for realsies. Aw, YouTube chat, that's for you. Someday YouTube chat will be a real chat. It says it takes a while, right? In the elevator to the bottom of the Marianas Trench. Yeah. It does take a little bit to get down here. Alright. Honestly, that we might just end stream here. Because this is pretty good. This is not... I always thought I'd get so much more done this stream, I'm gonna be honest. But I really like what we got done. It's a very different building. But I think that's where we're going to wrap it up for the day. We'll do the parking garage later. And I'm actually really excited about the parking garage because I have a bunch of ideas to make it not boring. Because I feel like it's destined to be boring if I don't spice it up. But thank you, everyone, for watching. That's where we're going to end it for today. Let's put it in my inventory. Alright. Thank you guys for watching. Follow, sub, you know the deal. You know what? I should stop saying you know the deal, because I've started saying that because just to like make it shorter. But I'm realizing now I don't even need to say that because everyone knows I'm going to say that. Crap, I'm becoming predictable. All right, bye everyone. Celeste tomorrow.